Hello, everybody. Sandra Elijah here. Well, let's go and share this message as much as possible. Share, and go and invite your friends and family members, and yeah, go and tag as many people as you can. And we are continuing the leadership series that we have started for a few days now, and the topic of today, of course, the leadership series is called "A Leader is a Ladder." And but today's topic is a leader is not only interested in himself. A leader is not only interested in himself. Well, if you want to be a leader that is a great leader, a leader by God, a leader from God, a leader that is interested in people, to be a leader, you must think less about yourself. I know a lot of people that are always complaining that they don't want people to use them. Well, if you don't want people to use you, then you are not ready to be a leader. A leader actually should be interested in people using him. A leader must be interested in people taking advantage of it. Let them take advantage of you. That's what you are here for. A leader should not be interested just in himself. If you are just interested in how you are feeling, oh, they are taking advantage of me, oh, they are not caring for me, and things like that, then that is just, that is just selfishness. You are not qualified to be a leader. As long as you are thinking about yourself, as long as you are just bothering yourself about what you are feeling and what is happening to you, then you are not a leader. You are not a leader. A leader is somebody that is thinking more about the people he's serving. So, if you have that mentality that people want to use you and that you don't want people to use you, just, take your mind off it. Take your mind off it and know that what you sign up for is for people to use you. As a leader, what you sign up for is for people to take advantage of you. That is why, as a leader, you must see yourself as a ladder. So a leader is not only interested in himself, but the aspect of it that I want to talk more about today is in the aspect of teaching and preaching. And this is something that maybe only the preachers will understand me, or maybe some people will understand too, but most preachers should understand what I'm talking about. A lot of times when you are a teacher or a preacher, if you are not careful, you get carried away by the message itself rather than by the thoughts about the people that you are preaching the message to. I see a lot of that happen all the time. I see a lot of times when the speaker is actually more interested in the revelation that is bringing than in the people is speaking the revelation to. So too much emphasis, especially in Protestant churches where most of the time it is about speaking, about talking, about revelation, about teaching, about preaching, about, talking. When you have to do with talking, and if you're a leader, there's no way you will not talk. Either you are a preacher or you are not a preacher, even if it's in business world or in politics, you still have to talk. But whenever you are more interested or you are more carried away by the message itself, then you are doing that at the expense of the people. Then you are not serving people at that particular time. And what I mean is, for example, you got a revelation, or what pastors call rhema. And, this is the deception young preachers, and not just young preachers. I see even world famous preachers make the same mistake. And what is the mistake? The mistake is they are so overwhelmed positively by the revelation that they believe they have. They are so overwhelmed by the rhema that they got, that they are carried away by how to deliver the message. And they are all thinking, even in their preparation, the preparation is always about the message. And so they will rehearse the message, they would research the message, they will go into the message, look at different interpretations of the message, and when they go to the church, it is the message they're thinking about. I'm going to preach this message. And this is an indication that the pastor or the leader is focused on himself. Because the reason why you are carried away by the message is because you are more interested in your delivery, or maybe you are more interested in the revelation itself. And that's what we see a lot in churches today when people say, oh, what they want to hear is that they are coming with this original revelation, with this unique revelation, so that people will say, why, I never saw it that way before. Oh, I never heard that before. Oh, wow, what a revelation. So they are more interested in the accolades that revelation is going to give them, or they are more interested in getting confirmation or affirmation from the people that, yes, they are bringing a new thing, or a fresh word, or something that is going to make everybody to say, wow, something that they are going to talk about and make everybody to just fall on their face and just say, wow, we bow down to you. You are the almighty preacher. You are the prince of preachers. So there is that temptation. There is that temptation for pastors, for leaders, to fall into that error, into that mistake of thinking more about the message, or thinking more sometimes about the delivery of the message than about the people that you are delivering the message to. And especially when you look at the American churches, American Protestant churches, most especially black churches, you would think that the reason why they come to the stage to preach sometimes is just for people to clap for them, to stand up and scream. It's just about people standing up and screaming. And in fact, it has gotten to the extent now that in some churches, people will actually step out from their seats and come forward and begin to drop money whenever you say some emotional things, or some so-called revelation, or some rhema, or some thoughts, some original thoughts. So the emphasis, therefore, is now laid on construction. So if you see a lot of these preachers, they are more particular about rhythm, building rhythm. So instead of thinking about the preachers, about the people they are going to preach to, or they are going to deliver the message to, instead of thinking about your needs, instead of thinking about their needs, the needs of the people, the burdens of the people, what they are going through, what their situations are, what these pastors are more interested in, and what they spend most of their time on is in construction of these rhyming phrases. If you don't tithe, your life will be tight. Those kind of phrases. Why that? If you don't, if you don't do this will happen. Just something that will make people to shout and say, yeah, wow, ooh, ooh. And when you see a pastor do that, when you see a leader pay a lot of emphasis on that, you know that this is all about them. It is their own show. What they are doing is they are just doing show. They are just having a show. It's their own musical concert. It is their own theatric delivery, or theatric exhibition. It is just a show. It's a delivery. It's just for them to. It's just like comedians are doing. It's just a way for them to get people laugh and shout for them and clap for them and bow down to them and hail them. And so it is. But that is not leadership. That is entertainment, but that is not leadership. Maybe that is motivational speaking, but it's not leadership. A real leader will care about the people. A real leader will be concerned about what the people are going through and how to help them resolve their pressing situations and their ongoing life situations. So it will not really matter for you how you deliver the message anymore. It will not even bother you so much at, what is the rhyme and what is the smoothness of your tongue. It will not be about your eloquence. It will not be about your oratory capacity. It will be more about you feeling the pain of the people. It will be more about you being where the people are identifying yourself with the needs of the people and lifting the people from the situation where they find themselves in. So, ministry and leadership is first of all about people, about other people, not about you. It's not about you using leadership, your leadership position to enhance yourself. It's not about you using your gift to win awards and accolades to yourself. No, what leadership is for is to use your gift to lift other people up. Is to use your gift to create a platform to others and for others. Is to use your gift to make others take the change and undergo the change and the transformation that is needed for them. So as a pastor, when you are preparing a message, what you should be thinking about is to first of all see the condition those people are, to believe God to reveal to you the positions of the people, the place where the people are, and then how to take them from where they are to where they must be. So you want to take them from where they are to where they must be. So let's say these people are in a state of discouragement. So you want to deliver them from that discouragement. Let's say they are in a state of apathy. You want to be able to change them and their situation. Let's say they are living in indifference. You want to be able to lift them off from that situation. So it's about message. The reason why you as a leader want to go and deliver any message should be, first of all, the people, the conditions of the people, and how to change their situation, how to change their condition, how to change them from where they are to where they could be or to where they must be. So, so a leader, therefore, should not think too much about himself. A leader must not allow himself to be carried away by his gifts. A leader must not allow himself to be carried away by his eloquences. A leader must not allow himself to be carried away by his, oratory. A leader must not allow himself to be carried away by the things that he is seeing around him. A leader must not allow himself to be carried away by what is going on around him. A leader should only, think more and mostly about other people. A leader must always concentrate on lifting other people up from where they are to where they need to be. A leader must always, do his best to understand the people and to be able to see their condition. And your message, therefore, will be tailored to the people's needs. Your message must be tailored to the people's feelings, to the people's circumstances, to the people's situations, to the people's state of mind, to the people's state of heart. A leader's message must be to make sure you change the people's situations, circumstances, and people's lives to where they need to be. But when we begin to make, another mistake that we make as preachers and as leaders is trying to talk convincingly. Another mistake we make is trying to talk convincingly. We lay so much emphasis on convincing the people. We lay so much emphasis on making sure that we are eloquent enough, or that we are convincing enough, that we make our point, rather than what that point will deliver to the people, rather than what that point will do to the people, rather than what advantage, what benefit that is going to give the person. So it happens sometimes that preachers, and that is the biggest mistake of people who speak. People who speak, you sometimes want to think that it is convincing the people, it is making them to understand you, that if they could only understand you, that, that will be it. That is the most important thing. But it is not the most important thing for them to understand you. The most important thing is for you to understand them. The most important thing is for you to understand what they are going through. The most important thing is for you to not just understand them, but to be able to supply help to them, to be able to meet their needs, to be able to reach out to them, to be able to make sure that you actually are changing their situation and their circumstances. So the most important thing is not for you to be understood, because that is a big issue with pastors and leaders as well. Sometimes we want people to understand us. We pay a lot of attention to people understanding our language, to people understanding our message. We want people to understand our message. We want people to get the message. And when we finish preaching, we always say, oh, did you understand the message? Did you get the message? But the emphasis shouldn't be about the message. The emphasis should be about how the message has helped the people. The emphasis should be on how much we have been able to meet the needs of the people, how much we've been able to address their situation and their circumstances. The emphasis should be on, making sure that people come to listen to us, that they are testifying and they are witnessing to the fact that, yes, God is speaking to them today. So much that they will be thinking that somebody has come to speak to you about their circumstances, that somebody has come to speak to you about their situation. I know a lot of times people come to me and say, wow, it's like you knew my situation. It's like you knew exactly what I was going through. I mean, it's like you are speaking directly to me. And that is when you allow the Holy Spirit to use you. That's when you allow the Holy Spirit to speak through you, and when you put the interest of the people first, when you put the interest of the people ahead of your own interest. You have to put the interest of the people, and you have to put the people above your own interest, above yourself, above your own likeness, and you have to put the people's interest also above the message itself, even though the message is what is coming to change them, but you must put their interest, you must put them first above the message. Then the message is the tool that God will use to come and change them. But if you are only more concerned about how you have delivered the message, how beautiful the message was, how many times they are clapping to you, you go and look at the messages of a lot of preachers in America. You see that people are jumping and shouting, and by the time they finish jumping and shouting, they don't remember anything the next day or the next week. They are forgotten, because the emphasis of the church these days, the emphasis of the pastors, is for people to shout and jump. And the more people shout, the more people jump. To us, it's like, yes, that is the more they're getting the message, or that is the more we're effective. No, that is not the more we're effective. We are effective by the change that the people go through, by our ability to cause change, to make sure that the message we are delivering is bringing about change in people's lives, bringing about change in people's circumstances, bringing about change from where people are to where they have to be. That the message is taking them from one point to another point. So we should not be trying to just convince people to use beautiful language, to just use oratory and as to try to express our ideas. We should, the expression that we use, the tonation that we use, some people just want to shout or scream or do things. We pay a lot of attention to that, and people are entertained. Yes, because you are working to people's emotions. You are working on people's emotions. People are jumping and shouting, but are they changing? People might be, screaming and giving money and doing that, but is their life really changing? Is their circumstances really changing? So the best way to be actually a leader is to always listen to people. First, start by listening or finding out the situation of the people. Like Jesus did. He said, what do people say that I am? Who do people say that I am? Jesus started, even though Jesus is King of Kings and Lord of Lords, God is the second person of the Trinity, but he still started out by asking about what people thought that he was. He was still looking for people's opinion. He was still looking for people's thoughts, people's minds, people's intention. So, that is how we should start. We should start by finding out people's needs, people's situation, people's circumstances. That if you're going to start like that as a preacher, you are going to be much more effective. Listen to people's needs. Even when Jesus turned the water to wine, he had to listen to people's needs. And, the mother came to him and told them about the needs of the people. It is only after Jesus listened to people's needs, he was able to address that need. When the blind Bartimaeus saw Jesus, he cried out about his situation, about his circumstances. And the disciples of Jesus wanted to silence him. They didn't want him to cry out to Jesus about his situation and his circumstances. But Jesus, listened to him, called him and said, what do you want me to do to you? And in a lot of situations, Jesus will always ask people, what do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do for you? Why are you calling out to me? So it is and it is only after people have spoken to Jesus about their situation, what they wanted from him, what they wanted him to do for them, then he goes ahead and says, okay, now your faith has made you whole. Now you can go. So it takes its time to put the people's interest first. Each time I read a scripture like that where Jesus says, what do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do for you? I think what Jesus is trying to teach us there is that even though I might know what you need, even though I might, I am God and nothing is hidden from me, but I think Jesus is teaching us the ability to listen. That is a wonderful leader. That's a great leader. I think he's teaching us the ability to be able to put the other person first. Even though the other person might be the one that is sick, that is blind, that is down and out, that is out of it, somebody that is absolutely in need. But from Jesus' attitude, is stepping back and giving the needy person the center stage. You tell me what your needs are. So Jesus is ready to learn about the people's circumstances and situation from them. Jesus is willing to listen to them. You tell me. He's not saying, oh, you are going to be wasting my time. Why should I listen to it if I already know it? No. He stepped back, let them speak, and he will listen. And when after he has listened to their situation, then he will say, okay, so what do you want me to do for you? I mean, he would then say, your faith makes you whole. But each time he asks people, what do you want me to do for you? He's celebrating them. He's honoring them. He's putting them as the priority. He is not making the focus to be on his own ability, his magical power, his, anointing, his miracle working power that, okay, I know you don't need to tell me anything. Look what I know. I will demonstrate to you now that I know your problem. I will show you now that before you even spoke, I know what you came with. Okay, now I'm going to tell you your secret. Now I'm going to, no. Tell me, educate me. It's not saying stop. I will tell you, or say, I will show you. See, everybody come and see how powerful I am. No. He celebrates the needy. He puts the interest of the person first. He says, you tell me. He's allowing himself to be taught. He's allowing himself to be informed. He's allowing himself to be tutored. He's giving the guy the priority. So the priority in leadership must always be on the people. The focus must not be on us. The focus must not be on our eloquence. The focus must not be on our oratory. The focus must not be on our abilities, on our power, on our miracle working power. But the focus must be on the people. When a lot of situations that I'm remembering right now, when the centurion came to Jesus, I mean, Jesus knew what the problem was, but he was still saying, what do you want? They will say, oh, that my servant will be healed. Okay, and I believe that you will do it. Okay, then you got it. Go, and your faith has made you whole. When the woman was crying and saying, Jesus, 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 go and do this for me. Go and, I want my daughter to be, my servant to be made whole also, my daughter to be healed. And Jesus listened to the person and said, okay, I've not seen such a faith in Israel. And a lot of similar situations like that, when Jesus will allow the people to tell him what they need. And this was a popular phrase in the ministry of Jesus. What do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do for you? Is it that Jesus was so ignorant that he didn't know these things? No, he knew. But he wanted the people not just to identify their problems, but he wanted the people to know that it is about you. It is about you. You tell me. You are important. You let me know what your situation is. So that is telling us that if you really want to listen to people, you take the attention from yourself and you put the attention on the people. There are 3 ways you could do this. First of all, listen to people. And this is what Jesus was trying to do. He was trying to let people know that, you deserve to be listened to. You are worthy to be listened to. I want to hear you. You deserve to be heard. Express yourself. You deserve to express yourself. You deserve to speak. You can speak before me. You can stand before me, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Don't worry. You are the same image. You carry the image of God like me. Speak to me. You can speak to me. You can lecture me. And that the second thing that does to people is that it makes them to feel respected. So you listen to people, you respect people, honor people. By listening to people, by first of all hearing the needs of the people before ministering to them, you are showing them honor and respect. So this is what Jesus was trying to do when he said, what do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do for you? He's trying to honor them. He's trying to let them know that, yeah, you are important. I want to serve you. I want to be your servant. What do you want me? I will do for you. What do you want me to do for you? How can I help you? It's about helping you. So it's what we do when we put ourselves out of the way and we put other people ahead of us and we put the needs of other people ahead, is that we respect them. We show them honor. We show them respect. And another thing that Jesus is giving to people that way is understanding. Jesus is trying to give people understanding. Everybody needs understanding. The people, Jesus wants to show to these people that I understand you. I understand your situation. I understand where you are coming from. He wants to give them understanding. He wants to give them compassion. Because through understanding, people feel compassion. People feel empathy. And I think that's one of the things that people feel, that we give to people. So listen to them. When you listen, after listening to them, give them respect. Make sure that they are understood. Show them that you understand them. Show them that you respect them. Show them that they deserve to speak to you. Show them that you listen to them. Show them honor. So not just say you are the superstar, you are the one dressed in suit and tie, and you are coming to impress them, and you are the actor, or you are the superstar, and all the people are just there to clap for you. No. That is the temptation you get to as a leader. That is the temptation of what you feel like doing. But that is not what you should be doing. What you should be doing should be about thinking about the people first, putting them ahead, and then ministering to them in accordance to what they have expressed to you. The moment people know that they are respected, that they are honored, that they are well understood, they are motivated to now listen to you. It is after people have known that you care about them that they now want to hear what you have to say. It is after you have proved to them that you honor them, you respect them, that they will now come out and be open to you completely. And then miracles flow. Then it will be easier to be able to flow in the supernatural. Well, I guess this will be all for today. please go and share the message with your friends and family members. Share, share, share. And if you have not yet joined our mentorship program, go and join it by going to sonadelajablog.com/mentorships, sonadelajablog.com/mentorship. If you have not registered for our next HMT that is coming, go ahead and register for the HMT by writing to hmt@godembassy.org, hmt@godembassy.org. And if you want us to be sending messages to your WhatsApp number or to your family and friends, please, call to send the numbers. Send your number to us, or send the numbers of your family members to the WhatsApp number, to our WhatsApp number. Send the message to us. Send the WhatsApp number to us. Send their telephone to us, and we commit to be sending WhatsApp messages every day to them. And for my books, you can get my books and read them for free on Kindle Unlimited. If you cannot buy on Kindle Unlimited, if you don't have Kindle Unlimited to read for free, you can buy on Amazon, or you could write to my office. It's cheaper than on Amazon. dsisbooks@gmail.com, dsisbooks@gmail.com. And especially if you want to buy them in bulk. And you could also become my distributor. You can become a distributor and make over 40% and above on every book. So we'll be happy to receive from you. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Peace.
Hello everybody, my name is Joop Veenstra. I'm here at the Embassy of God in the Ukraine, and I'm from the Netherlands. So I'm doing a History Makers training here, and it's really, really, really interesting. I met Pastor Sunday a few years ago when he was in Holland at a conference, and so I heard already a lot about this church and about the kingdom message, and I was really inspired by it, and also tried to start up some things in my own country. But I had a feeling to come to the History Makers training to be trained a little bit, but what I see here, what I experience, is really something else that I could ever imagine. We have a week of training. We went to, for instance, we went to the Love Center. They help drug addicted and alcohol addicted people. And what I saw was really amazing. I think they have about 300 love centers here in Ukraine, and so drug addicted people help other ones. They are taken from the street, or the people are going themselves to these love centers. They are treated and they recover very fast. I saw people, they came in with a 30-year alcohol addiction, and they were clean within 1 or 2 days. In this program, they are trained not only through a program to get rid of the addiction, but much more. The people are trained, helped to be a leader in this society. So they will find a job. They will. They are trained to do a job, and the people I saw after a few years in such a homeless center, they became real, important, nice-looking, strong people. So it was really almost shocking for me how big a change they achieve here with this amount of people. And the people who are running these places, they are drug addicts themselves. Ex-drug addicts, of course. So really, really interesting. We get a lot of training also this week, and it's really a stressing time. We sleep only for a few hours each day, 2, 3, 4 hours. And what I find really interesting that I'm still alive, and yeah, I'm feeling very well. We get a lot of training about the different kingdom messages, and what really touched my heart and really became much more clear to me is that time is life. Every minute of my life counts. And I see that I wasted a lot of time in my life. And for me it became much more clear that I have to really take care of my time, to really invest my time, invest my life into the kingdom of God. So I already decided to make huge changes in my life, in my schedule, how I use my days, how long I sleep. I have to read a lot more, I have to plan much better, I have to think much more strategic. So there are really a lot of things I have to change, and I'm really thankful to this church, to Pastor Sunday, to the other leaders, to everybody that helps here, that they made it possible for me to have such a life-changing experience. There's a lot more to tell. We had so many teachings and people who showed what they did. Simple people coming to church, get a vision from the Lord to do something with their lives, and they invest their lives and make huge changes. Broken people become strong people with dignity, and people who touch many, many lives. This is one of the most amazing things I saw this week. Simple people, they get to know the Lord, and their life is completely changed, completely converted, and really effective. When I see some people who are way younger than I am, that reached so much already, I feel almost ashamed. But I will change, I will make a change in my life, I will do new things, and the Lord will use me in my country. Thank you very much.
If you have been watching our videos and maybe you enjoy them, maybe you don't enjoy them, but still we need you to help us spread the word. And for that to happen, we only need you to take 5 little steps. Please help us spread this word by liking the video. Then, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We also need you to press the notification button, and the way to do that is to click on the bell. You see the bell there? Click on it. Then, of course, leave your comments. Let's know what you're thinking about each video. And finally, we need you to go and share the word, share this video on your Facebook timeline, on your Instagram, and every other platform that you have. All right? Let's win the world for Christ. Thank you so much. Peace.